gentlemen, welcome to Ron and Fez. Well, boys, I reckon this is it. Time has come to make a choice.
Fasten your seatbelt.
The fastest hour in radio. Time's a luxury we don't have. Only on the Ron and Fez show. Hurry up, nerd. Hurry up. Don't wait for me. Come on, let's go. And now, Ron and Fez.
Fastest hour in radio, the Ron and Fez show. You're listening to it right here on 106.7 WJFK.
Don't blink! A lot of hours are fast! This one is sudden!
And you swear you don't have a drinking problem?
No, not at all. That's just me having fun. That's me cutting loose. That's just Fez being Fez.
That sounds like a booze hound who won't put the booze down.
A video posted Tuesday on an Islamic militant website appears to show a group affiliated with Al-Qaeda beheading an American in Iraq and then saying the death was revenge for prisoner abuse and that scandal.
This is just the lowest of the low, Fez. And we have no way of knowing whether this is when it happened, when it took place, or why it happened. And yet, you know, you cannot be an American and not just be just absolutely sickened by this. You can't be a human being and not be out of your mind sickened by this.
Yeah, the body was found, I believe, Sunday, the decapitated body, and then yesterday this video showed up of how it actually happened. So it's just disgusting, and it seems like it's just going to get worse from here.
Yes, it is going to get worse. I know that that's hard for you to believe. I know that you wish that we would load up the trucks and move out tomorrow. We're not going to leave Iraq for a long, long time.
Now, this kid was an American contractor there, civilian. You know, it seems like they could at least tell the civilians it's not safe. Don't go in there trying to rebuild this country that doesn't want us rebuilding it.
Do you honestly think that these contractors don't have it in their head that this isn't a dangerous situation? If I was going anywhere in the Middle East, I would think to myself, money's not worth this. This is not worth going over there for money. I don't know how you go about doing this, Fez. I don't know. I mean, obviously these contractors want to be there, but this is an enormous danger. It's going to be an enormous danger this time next year. It's going to be a danger 2 years from now, 5 years from now. It's a bad deal all the way around.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's ever going to be safe. I can't imagine a day where it's going to be safe to say, all right, to American companies, it's all right to send your people in there to put up phone lines or whatever else to try to rebuild this country. These are the guys that they really prey on, these civilians, besides our soldiers.
They do not want us there. I don't know what you've got to say to people to get them to just understand that. I know that you thought there were going to be parades at one time. Now realize they're not going to be parades. I'd see if you like this story, Fez, or how this is working for you. The U.S.-led forces are going to hand over Saddam Hussein and some other of his top officials to the Iraqis before the June 30th power transfer. So Saddam Hussein is going to be handed over to the new government, I guess, first thing. Right before or as they become a new government. Is there any way in the world Saddam Hussein gets a fair trial?
There is no way he makes it to the courtroom.
What is our hurry to hand this guy over? We're trying to look like we are setting up a new area of law and order. What is our hurry to hand Saddam Hussein over to what it seems like it's going to be little more than a mob?
This is a country that just had to learn how to put on a trial, because Saddam has been doing all the trials himself for the past over 30 years in this country. They didn't know what a justice system was, and before there's a flag, before there's a constitution, before there's a leader, Saddam Hussein is being handed right to them.
Now, I know we don't care what happens to Saddam Hussein. I can't imagine anybody would care. Yet you're setting this up, not just for us, not just for the new Iraq, but for the rest of the world. And it looks like right now we're handing them over to mob rule. It just is not one of the things that's making it look like we got things together.
It's so Mussolini.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen here.
They're going to beat him like he's a piñata.
And then everyone's going to say this is American justice. This is the example we set again. Is there any way, since they hate us so bad, is there any way we turn Saddam over to these people and he's immediately found not guilty and reinstalled as El Presidente of Iraq?
Well, apparently we will be working security for this. We're handing him over to the people. So it's not like I don't think mob rule could take over. It's something to worry about, but I think that the deal is going to be is guilty, ping, pang, two in the back of the head. I think that's what we're hoping for. Again, would it not be a smarter idea to put him up to somebody that was from the United Nations, somebody that could give him an international trial?
Yeah, what about that World Court in Brussels?
Yeah.
Where they take people. Didn't they take Slobodan Milosevic there?
Apparently, we do not feel comfortable with him speaking at a world court.
Yeah.
We'd rather he tries to make his case to a bunch of crazy Iraqi mob members.
Yeah, because if he sits in a courtroom, it's going to be all the dirty dealings from over the years with the United States. If you turn him over and give him to the Iraqis, then he's killed trying to escape.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it works, and his big mouth never opens. President Clinton finished his memoirs and handed over the 900-page manuscript to his publishers.
Who's got time to read 900 pages of the Clinton years? It's almost a page for every day.
I guarantee you that a lot of these 900 pages are just drawings of girls with big hooters.
Well, they said that hundreds and hundreds of pages that he turned in, and he still hadn't left school. It was still his early days. And I'm going to tell you right now, Fezzi, I know that you're not the biggest Clinton fan, but don't think that the guy can't sit down and talk. You throw him a topic, and he'll be able to talk and talk and talk about it.
Unfortunately for the editors, they gave him a topic that he loves, himself.
Yeah.
And that's why we're at 900 pages and counting.
Page 735, Girls I'd Bone.
Now, next week he goes in to record the audiobook version of this. You know there's going to be some Barry White playing in the background, and we're going to get smooth Bill Clinton.
I would love to get this audio version, just have girls giggling in the background. What is going on here?
It's too bad Barry White passed away. He could actually fill in for Clinton and read this book.
And then I left Arkansas.
Baby. Do you think there's going to be any revelations in this book out of 900 pages? Are we going to find out anything we don't already know?
We know more about this man than anyone who's ever walked the earth. If we knew this much about Jesus, we'd know exactly what we're supposed to be doing on this planet. Of course, how could there be anything new? There couldn't at all. Here's what I would do for the audiobook. I want to hear the audiobook, but not read by him. I want it read by Robert Evans, the same way Robert Evans talks. That's right, baby. I was with her. Monica.
John Kerry isn't buying the idea that he's aloof and asked one reporter who brought it up, have you had a beer with me yet? I like to have fun as much as the next person.
Yeah, you sound like a fun guy.
If someone is really fun, do they even have to ask people if they are?
No. The guy's not fun, and that's one of the reasons why you're 60 years old and you're riding around trying to be extreme sports. It's a thing of going, hey, look at me. I'm an exciting guy. I'm a fun guy. You're not Norm from Cheers. Nobody wants to sit down and have a beer with you, John Kerry.
He wants to be everybody's buddy, John Kerry.
You know, the first thing you could do is take the hanger out of your shirt. You're that stiff where it looks like you still have a hanger in there. I don't see it, Fez. I don't see him as being a party guy.
And I think he's trying to take a shot here by saying he's the candidate that you can have a beer with.
Yeah, that kind of hurts because you know W would love to have a beer with us. He has a problem. It doesn't make him a bad person. It's a disease. It's not his fault.
But there's never just one. Our president is Frank the Tank, and you really have to be careful with him, especially if you've got a funnel.
It tastes so good once it hits your mouth. Oh, that's just good.
David Duke, a former leader of the KKK, he was released to a halfway house in Baton Rouge. Now, that was after he served a year in federal prison for fraud. Now, he's been meeting his work release obligations by performing duties for the White Civil Rights Group.
Yeah, Fuzzy. Well, he's got to get out there and work with the community, and this is a way of helping white people. Here's the deal on him, too. He's also president of this group. So basically, it's like letting them go back to doing his own group. And in Louisiana, that is your way of paying back the community. Here's the weird deal, too. Why, if you're a white man in America, do you need any kind of civil rights help? It's like being in baseball and finding yourself in pinstripes. If you're white in America, you're on the Yankees. You expect the championship, and when you don't get it, you know it's your own fault and you've been dogging it.
I don't know what they're looking for. A harder time to get into colleges? I don't know exactly what their rights are that they need.
They've tried and tried and tried, and it's not their fault. Hey, Fezzy, I want everybody to go out to see Crazy Jen perform tonight. Crazy Jen from the Ron and Fez show is doing stand-up tonight, and if you go there and you mention the name Crazy Jen, you're in for free.
She's going to be at Wiseacres. That's at the Best Western in Tyson's Corner. Show starts at 8 o'clock. Crazy Jen tonight at Wiseacres.
Crazy Jen, there's no show like it, is there, Fez?
There really isn't, and that's probably a good thing.
There she goes. There goes your stand-up. It's Crazy Jen. You're listening to the fastest hour in radio with Ron and Fez. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. It's the Ron and Fez Show.